Today, I'm going to let a random number generator decide my team in Madden 26, and I'm going to see if I can win a Super Bowl with this randomly generated team. Now, the way this is going to work is I have a random number generator app on my phone. I have just opened up a new franchise mode where you get to choose your team. I have every single NFL team listed here in front of me, and I have the random number generator app on my phone set to the range of numbers 1 through 32, and I'm going to randomly pick each position on my team using this random number generator. Whichever number I spin, I'm going to have to pick a player from that team. So the Chicago Bears are going to be number 1, the Bengals number 2, the Bills number 3, the Broncos number 4. It just from left to right all the way till the Vikings at the bottom, which will be team number 32. I'm going to spin this random number generator a total of 8 times. I'm going to pick 8 different positions on my team to fill. Number 1 is going to be quarterback. Number 2 is going to be running back. Wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2, wide receiver 3. And it has to be their native position too. I'm not going to be picking like Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase and CeeDee Lamb as my 3 wide receivers. It's going to be a wide receiver 1 that's actually a wide receiver 1, wide receiver 2 that's actually a wide receiver 2, and a wide receiver 3 that's actually a wide receiver 3. And then we're going to get tight end, an offensive line, and a defense slash special teams. So defense and then kicker and punter all from the same team. Now, I don't have to pick the players necessarily in that order. So like the first team I spin isn't going to necessarily be the quarterback that I pick. I'm going to pick whoever I want from that team to fill one of those spots. But once I fill that spot, I cannot change and I cannot fill it with somebody else and make switches after I've already picked someone. So once I pick someone, that person's going into that position and that's going to be where they are. So I think I've explained it pretty good. If not, I'm sure you'll probably understand as I start doing it. But I'm going to spin my first number here, as you could see. I don't know if you can really see it. Number 0 is what's on there. Tap the screen and it'll spin. 24 is the first number I get. So let me scroll down to team 24. Denver B4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. The Raiders are going to be the first team that I get. And I think the best move for me here, because the Raiders don't really have that great of a defense, don't really have that great of an offensive line, definitely don't want Geno Smith back there throwing 3 interceptions every game.
They wrote me off. I ain't right back, though.
So I think I'm going to take Brock Bowers. So that's pretty good. Fill my tight end spot right away. Let's spin again, see what number we get. It looks like 17. There we go. Get the focus, 17. So we're going to go back up. We got 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 is the New York Giants. Now, honestly, I mean, the Giants have a nice defensive line. And they don't really have a great quarterback in Madden. Neighbors 87 as a wide receiver 1. He's great in real life, but there's definitely better than that. Their offensive line is all right. So I think I'm going to take the Giants defense just because of that nasty front 4 that they have with Thibodeau, Burns, Dexter Lawrence, and Abdul Carter. I think that's going to be a lethal combination to have on my team. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Giants defense. All right, I got my tight end and my defense spot filled. Let's spin again and see what we get. Team 15. So this was 17. So now we just go over to Atlanta and we get Bijan Robinson to fill our running back spot. I mean, there's only a handful of better running backs in the NFL than Bijan Robinson, and we got him on the team. 15, and our next number is going to be 12, so we'll just back up 3. We get to the Dallas Cowboys. This is a tough call here. The Cowboys always have a good offensive line, but the Cowboys also have CeeDee Lamb. So this could be maybe I go George Pickens here because there aren't too many good wide receiver 2s. You know, I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to take George Pickens as my wide receiver 2. Now I'm going to bank on the fact that hopefully I can get like a Chase or a Jefferson as my wide receiver 1, but Pickens as a wide receiver 2, I'm not sure what his overall is, but that's a pretty good wide receiver 2. So let's spin again and see what we get. 30. Let's go down to the bottom. We go Vikings to the Texans. This is going to be a tough one. I mean, the Texans don't really have anybody that great. I mean, I don't even know who their wide receiver 3 is. Let me look up to see who their wide receiver 3 is. So their wide receiver 3 is Christian Kirk. So I'm going to go ahead and take him just because wide receiver 3, there's only like a couple of teams that have like a good wide receiver 3. So I'm just going to go ahead and take Christian Kirk and fill that spot. And we can go ahead and spin again. And now we have our QB, our O-line, and our wide receiver 1 spot left. Let's go ahead and spin again. We get number 26. Let's go ahead to the bottom and see who this is. It's 32, 28, 26. Baltimore Ravens. We're taking Lamar Jackson. Can't really ask for a much better quarterback than that. There's only 2, I think, 99 overall quarterbacks in this game, Lamar and Josh Allen, and we got one of them. That's huge for us. Let's go ahead and spin and see what else we get. We got number 4. I was hoping for number 2 because we could get Jamar Chase, who's number 4. Denver Broncos. I think I'm just going to go ahead and take that Broncos offensive line. I mean, look at that. You get Quinn Miners and Garrett Bowles, 2 of their top 5 players are on the offensive line. That's not too bad. All right, all or nothing here. We need a wide receiver 1. Let's go ahead and spin. We get number 15. We get 4, 8, 12, 16, 15 is the Atlanta Falcons. So we get 91 overall. Drake London, honestly, pretty good. It could be a lot worse. Well, I will take Drake London. All right, we got our team filled up and ready to go. Let me go put this team together, and then we'll head into a franchise and we'll start simulating and see how we do. Here we are into the season with an 88 overall team, 93 overall offense, and 83 overall defense. And here is how our team is stacking up for the season. We got the key ones here. Lamar Jackson, obviously our quarterback. Bijan Robinson out of the backfield. Brock Bowers at tight end. And we got Drake London as our wide receiver 1. George Pickens, wide receiver 2, 86 overall. I didn't even realize that he was that high of an overall. We got one of the best wide receiver 2s in the game. And then Christian Kirk, 80 overall as our wide receiver 3. Defense, still the same as the Giants defense, but it is pretty stacked. I mean, they've got a very, very good defense. And then obviously special teams is still going to be the same. Their kicker, punter, everything is all going to be the same. But we do have a very, very stacked offense. Let's go ahead and sim up to the midpoint of the season and see how we're doing. And as expected, at the midpoint of the season, we are sitting at a 6-1 record. Lamar Jackson has 1,429 pass yards, 9 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. He also has 152 rushing yards and 2 rushing touchdowns. Bijan Robinson, 653 rushing yards and 6 touchdowns. Our receivers, George Pickens is leading the way with 505 yards and 4 touchdowns. Drake London, 418 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Brock Bowers, 236, 1 touchdown. Christian Kirk, 176 and 1 touchdown. On the defensive side, Bobby Okereke is leading the team in tackles with 55. Abdul Carter and Brian Burns are tied for the lead in sacks with 3 each. Paulson Adebo is leading the way in interceptions with 2. And Dexter Lawrence is leading the way in forced fumbles with 2. Let's close out the rest of this season and see if we can make the playoffs, which I assume we will. I mean, 6-1, and this team is disgusting. And we finished the year with a 12-5 record, making the playoffs. I'm not sure what seed we are. We got the 3 seed in the playoffs, the Lions and the Rams, the 2 teams that finish with a better record than us. And to close out the season, Lamar Jackson finishes with 3,486 passing yards, 27 touchdowns, and 7 interceptions. Bijan Robinson goes crazy with 1,558 rushing yards and 17 rushing touchdowns. And Lamar Jackson contributes on the ground as well with 347 yards and 3 touchdowns. George Pickens finishes the year as our leading receiver on the team with 84 catches, 1,192 yards, and 14 receiving touchdowns. Drake London finishes with 73 receptions, 917 yards, and 3 touchdowns, just narrowly missing out on that 1,000-yard mark. And Christian Kirk finishes with 41 receptions, 531 yards, and 4 touchdowns. And Brock Bowers finishes the year 59 receptions, 527 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Bijan Robinson with a little bit of contribution in the pass game as well. 21 receptions on the year, 153 yards, and 1 touchdown. As far as defensive stats goes, Bobby Okereke finishes the year with 127 tackles, leading the team. We actually have 3 players over 100 tackles, Paulson Adebo and Micah McFadden as well, each eclipsing that 100 tackle mark. Brian Burns leading the way at the end of the year with 11 sacks, Dexter Lawrence with 7, Abdul Carter with 5, Kayvon Thibodeau with 3.5. And we have a 3-way tie for the season in interceptions. Paulson Adebo, Tyler Nubin, and Cordale Flott all have 3 picks to finish the season. And Dexter Lawrence, with his 2 forced fumbles that he had at the midpoint, finishes in the lead in forced fumbles on the team. Overall, pretty solid year for the boys, but let's see if they can make it happen when it really matters. Wild card round against the Seattle Seahawks. Let's see if we can move on to the divisional round. And we pick up a massive shutout victory over the Seattle Seahawks, 24-0. Let's go ahead to the schedule and let's take a look at the stats from that game. We have the Giants, Seahawks, Giants, player stats. Lamar Jackson, 177 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown. Bijan Robinson with 19 carries for 109 yards. We got George Pickens with 60 yards, and Drake London with 46 yards. Brock Bowers with 38, and Christian Kirk with 17. Brock Bowers picks up the lone receiving touchdown. Tampa Bay in the divisional round. Let's see if we can keep this momentum going and move on to the NFC Championship. And we come away with a 24-17 victory over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, moving on to the NFC Championship game against the Packers. And as far as the stats go for the last game, let's take a look. Lamar Jackson, 213 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. I'll switch to just Giants this time. Bijan Robinson, 15 rushes, 71 yards, not 171. That would be crazy. And 1 touchdown. George Pickens with 5 receptions for 72 yards. And Brock Bowers again with 59 yards and the lone receiving touchdown. Drake London, 55 yards. And Christian Kirk, 1 catch for 14. Here we go. NFC Championship game against the Packers. Let's see if we can win and advance to the Super Bowl. Unfortunately, we take the loss to the Packers in the NFC Championship game. We were unable to make it to the Super Bowl with this squad, but a pretty good run regardless. Honestly, is a little underwhelming as far as the stats go. I thought Lamar might do a little bit better than he did. He didn't even get to 4,000 passing yards. Obviously, great touchdown interception ratio as always from Lamar. But the yardage was kind of lacking, but the defense was pretty solid, but honestly would have expected a little bit more. Very low scoring game. We take a 20-7 loss to the Packers. Let's take a look at the stats. Lamar Jackson, 203 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. A poor performance from Lamar in the conference championship. Bijan Robinson, 12 attempts, 63 yards, and a fumble. The turnovers are killing us in this game. We definitely can't expect to be winning a championship, turning the ball over the way that we did. Drake London with 71 yards and a touchdown. Pickens, 45 yards. Bowers, 43. And Kirk gets 2 catches for 31. But it's not enough. I mean, the 3 turnovers are huge. Probably is what cost us the game there. Can't be turning the ball over like that, especially not in the NFC Championship. And at the conclusion of the season, The Buffalo Bills destroy the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 60. Josh Allen takes home Super Bowl MVP. Joe Burrow takes home league MVP. I actually take home Coach of the Year, finishing with a 12-5 record with our team. Jamar Chase, Offensive Player of the Year. Max Crosby, Defensive Player of the Year. And then the 2 Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year, Amarian Hampton and Jalen Walker. So no major award winners as far as players go on our team, but I did manage to take home Coach of the Year, leading our team to a 12-5 record and an NFC Championship game appearance, but definitely not the ultimate goal. We wanted the Super Bowl. We were unable to get it, but hey, I mean, this team was pretty nasty, I'm not gonna lie. Let me know if you guys did enjoy this video down in the comments below, and if you would like to see me continue to do this again and generate a team and see if I can win a Super Bowl with them. We came close, NFC Championship appearance, but we're unable to pick up the victory. Unfortunately, Lamar continues his playoff struggles, even in a Madden sim.